And we're live! Hello and welcome back to Game Start. I'm your host, Bardic Knowledge, and the reason there wasn't a stream on Wednesday night / Thursday morning is because I had a pretty bad fever. But I'm mostly over the issue, because it wasn't just a specific disease, but I don't need to get into that here. And as to what I promised last Sunday of starting to upload the streams to YouTube, I just set that up today. So next weekend, expect those Pokemon Shield streams to be up on the YouTube channel, which, as noted before, can be found at the tiny URL down below my picture. And in other news, that Dryad in the Swamp Forest was indeed not safe for camera, and got me to double check what Twitch's rules on the matter are, and it says that as long as it's not the focus of the game, you just try and get through that area as quickly as possible, and you're good. So I think the fact that I tried to avoid looking at the Dryad entirely really helped in that case. And she didn't have anything important to say for the story, so I didn't bother to memorize any of it, but I did get a bunch of interesting lore stuff, which is probably in my journal. But enough about last times. Let's continue for this time. Oh, and that was something else I looked up. The Sephiroth that I have been collecting are actually named for the 10 Sephiroth of the Kabbalah Sephiroth. I forget what the Kabbalah is from. I think it's Judaism, actually. But they've just got random apostrophes shaken into the names. But it is neat that they are exactly the same ones. Now I kind of wonder if the stones that we were supposed to put the Sephiroth in are actually in the shape of the Sephiroth. Now, let's see. What was I in the middle of? Ah, yes, the Sentry. Because I've got the storm called up, paid 200 orans for it. And now I've got to go to the golem and hand it this iron rod. And then step back and probably fight the thing. Which these pillars are probably pylons. Are probably not entirely stone, but rather metal that has been wrapped in stone, or something like that. So, interesting, it's a forked lightning rod. Probably one for the going up and one for the going down. Well, now it's not forked at all, it's just kind of a... I'd step further back, Geralt. This thing's supposed to be a fighter, after all. Unless you think... Okay, so we're apparently using the steel sword against this golem. Not what I was expecting. Shield. Then, why haven't you drawn your sword? You drew it in the cutscene, why is it not drawn now? So... Golems, that'd be under here, wouldn't it? Nope. Is something in here? Nope. Doesn't say whether it counts as a monster for the purposes of the silver sword, but considering how it's my upgraded one, I think we will draw it. And we'll probably want strong style. Can't tell if my shield is still up, but hopefully it is. Yep, it is. Can I set stone on fire? No, but that did some pretty good damage. This dude is tough. I don't have the stamina for that. Come on. I should have drank a potion that increases my stamina regen. Okay, looks like the recording is a little bit choppy, but it's not horrendously so, that from what I can tell. Okay, let's actually switch swords and see if the silver sword will work better. Nope. Although... Gonna stick with the meteor. My meteorite steel sword does just a little bit more damage. Wow, this fight's just gonna be a slog. I'm stunned, aren't I? Yep. Oh, that's terrible. Please don't kill me with one hit. I need a potion or two. What was that last one? It doesn't say. It's amazing how much fire was doing damage to this stone. What is that? Except I'm not knocked down at all. Why would I even have that status? What a way to start a stream with a golem fight. This is gonna be such a slog. Oop. Stunned. Come on, snap out of it, Geralt. There we go. Burn the golem somehow. Somehow getting these stunned and fall down status effects without actually showing any sign of it. Come on. Almost down to a quarter. Let's say we're at about 3/8 now. Maybe a third. That's closer to a third at the moment. Oop. Switch that up. Yeah, that was something I was debating about streams being posted to YouTube, was to actually double post them until I was just like 2 weeks behind, instead of being several months behind. I might do that, but it takes a long time to upload 2-hour streams to YouTube, no matter how good your internet connection is. What recharging that even does. think maybe after I'm done with this stream, I'll rearrange things to do that double posting. It'll still take a while to catch up, but at least it will be possible. And there we go. And I got the Golem's Obsidian Heart. Booyaka. I wonder what I can use that Obsidian Heart for. Don't I have a potion recipe that uses it? Yeah, Golem's Pith. Special enhancement of the intelligence attribute. Yep. Okay, so how many Sephira do I have now? I think. Yep, the last one I need is the one that you get through Destiny. So not sure how I'll do that. Because yeah, there's nothing on the mini-map for this quest anyway. Saying to return town. And you know what? I have a special way to do that, if I remember correctly. I just need to find that statue with the place of power. Yeah, this shrine here. Small islands, huh? Small enough that I'm not sure they quite qualify as islands, really. Here's the altar. Oh, is it still used up? Okay, so I can put them in now if I want to, but I'm actually going to wait till I go.
Ancient. Pity I don't understand these runes.
Probably no fireplace right here. There's one back where I came from. Oh, actually. Obelisks. Not quite the Sephiroth. Not quite, but close. If they'd kept this pattern all the way down. Alright, well, I guess we'll just take the long way back. I kind of wish that altar had its point of power, because then I could just teleport right back to Vizima. But oh well. I wonder how much of this game takes place in Vizima. I'll just fall in with these guys. They're all in quite the hurry. Quite the hurry indeed. Oh well, that's where we split ways. Now I've got to talk to Mr. Ferryman.
A new customer. Witcher, go.
Right.
What do you?
I'll find you later.
Ah, something new. Baron Bolt. Do I have a...
is it? I'm here about the notice.
Finally. Got the hides?
I do. 10 wolf pelts.
Wonderful. The title of Royal Jägermeister will be mine. Else, I'll become a mercenary.
Curious use of German.
Farewell.
Let's just say Jägermeister instead of Huntmaster. So, the ferryman told me to look for... I've forgotten the name already, but he said he lived on the other side of the place. He was a woodcutter of some kind. Wouldn't be surprised if he was actually talking about Gramps. So let's go talk to Gramps. I'm sure I'll recognize the name again when I see it. Oh wow, that's a lot of people coming out of one house. This is how I get the last stone. The Sephira of Destiny. By talking to Gramps. That's neat. But I'd rather hang on to my torch. So which one would I find him in? Let's go in the first house we see and find out what's there. Ah, there he is.
What do you want, son?
Just looking around.
If you must.
Huh, okay.
There you go, old Gramps.
So it must not have been Gramps that he was talking about. He's talking about some woodsman. But it's presumably where Gramps does his cooking. Well, I suppose I could keep exploring up that way. Or not. Back the way I came then. Although I wonder what's down that path. Let's find out. Probably something to fight. Or not. Oh. Draw the correct sword, Geralt. Drowners. Alright, back we go. Did I actually add anything to the map? No, not really. Oh well. Wait. Aha! So if I press Q, he draws the steel sword. Changes styles. If I press E, he sheathes the steel sword, but if I press it again, he draws the silver sword. Good to know. Why did I just... Oh, I see. It just takes him a moment to, press R. Okay, then T. F doesn't about face. He doesn't do anything. Graph? Nope. B? No. B? Swaps shoulders. H does hero. Wonder how one is supposed to just sheathe the weapon, or is it just let it happen naturally? I'm gonna guess just let it happen naturally.
Good, sir. What do you want?
Take me to the other side.
Time is money. Made up your mind? Ready to go?
I wouldn't have paid you otherwise. Take me to town.
Really annoying how chatty the ferryman is. He's like, just come on, let me go. Let me pay you 5 orens and let's go. Okay. Fast travel would be so nice in this game. Just click on a position on the map and say, I want to go here. Oh, okay. And then you're there. I mean, yeah, there's a couple times in playing the game that, for the fun of it, I'll try playing it without the fast travel. I did that with Breath of the Wild, and gave up on that eventually, because Hyrule was quite the place to wander. And I also tried it with Fallout 4, and I wound up failing that because I kept forgetting stuff and having to run back.
Society made me what I am.
Why is it? The dot is not in the place where I am. Yeah. So, why does it say there's monsters in here?
Yes?
So what should I look for during the autopsy?
Examine the internal organs. Poison is in fashion, especially in marital disputes, and anyone can prepare deadly decoctions from ordinary herbs. Look closely at the liver for any signs of alchemy.
See you later.
I wonder why the pendant's shaking around him. Because as soon as I go upstairs, it'll stop shaking.
Mere deduction.
Yeah. And when he was upstairs, it was shaking, and when I went downstairs, it stopped, kind of a thing. It's kind of odd. I wonder if that means he's some sort of a doppelganger. Not actually the detective. Why was it even homing in on him when I was doing this quest? Guess that means I have to be doing this. So, onward to the cemetery, I guess. If I can remember the way, this place being as twisty as it is. Oh yeah, this is the right way. Walking, yes, I've been this way. Why can't I fast travel? I've already complained about it once, but I'm gonna complain about it again. Gotta talk to the gravedigger, I think, before I go in.
What'll it be? Pine
Hey,
or oak,
Gramps.
perhaps? An entire crypt? Let's see. 5 ells wide.
I don't need a coffin. I don't intend to die anytime soon.
Again.
Makes sense. Maybe we can do business.
What business?
A partnership. With those swords, you doubtless lop off a few heads occasionally. When you dispatch another soul, let me know, and you'll earn a share from the coffin.
Stop fooling. I need something else.
What do you need?
Okay.
You seem to know a lot about the deaths in the city. Ever help with investigations?
Sometimes I inform Raymond about the more interesting dead men.
Maybe you can tell me too.
No, I promise to keep quiet.
I see.
What do you need?
A prisoner died recently. Is he in the cemetery already?
Don't know. You can have another body. They all reek the same.
I'm after a specific corpse.
Particular. Come back when you know what you want. Examining remains is an art. Always worthwhile to look deeper. But who does that concern?
Could you hand over the prisoner's body for an autopsy?
For a bottle of dwarven liquor.
Do I have that? Because I haven't been selling all the liquor I've gotten, have I? I mean, I've been selling a lot of it, but... I do not currently have any dwarven liquor.
Kidding?
Which means I'm gonna have to go to probably the bar. I wonder. Yep, that'll get me down in that area without having to hold the buttons. And then once I'm in the area, I'll just click off onto something else. Or just push a direction. Alright, where's that waitress? I need her to sell me some dwarven ale.
Made up your mind?
Obviously I have, because I'm not doing anything but this and that. I can talk. Okay, so I'm guessing that's what I need to give the guy. Because I don't think there's any other dwarven alcohol on the list. I've got all this food that I'm unlikely to use for much of anything. So I'll sell the stuff that I've only got like one or two of. Keep the bigger amounts. There I could click on to be lazy with running up back up there, is there? Nope. Why do I get the feeling I'm gonna have to fight through those bouncers at some point?
Eternal fire, fill my heart.
I do find it neat that turning the camera changes the lighting on the pendant. It's just a nice touch.
Eternal fire, fill
An
my
entirely unnecessary one.
What do you need?
See if this works.
Nothing like a good drink.
About the prisoner.
Where you want the body dumped?
At the hospital.
It'll be there by evening.
Farewell.
Cool. Now there was something
Nothing
else
like a
there I
good
wanted
drink.
to talk to you
Right.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
You're not likely to tell me anything interesting.
What do you need?
I'm here about the notice.
Yes?
I understand you need 6 jugs of dog's lard.
I want you to cull as many mutts as possible. Bring me the lard as proof.
Farewell.
Okay then. At midnight? He said by evening. Oh well. Either way, time to go sit by a fire. I'm close to leveling up, but I do also have that potion to make. And since it's not night quite yet, I may have to light this fire with some flint. Yep. Looks like. Okay. I'm missing something. Better alchemical base required. Alright, good to know. Find weed. So, Golem's pith. Base. Does it need a top quality base? So what is a top quality base? Excuse me. Okay. Oh. Okay. There. Huzzah for Google. And I don't think I've got any points to spend. Nope. So meditate till midnight and then go to the hospital. And while there, I'll meet with Shani, probably, and do that autopsy. Though I think probably could have gone hunting for books. But I don't know exactly where I'd find books related to the autopsies in Vizima. Not like they've got a library. This being a society without library.
We'll all die.
Ready for the autopsy?
Let's get started.
Okay. So, do I just stand here? I was expecting a bit more conversation about this, or maybe just a skip over. Do I just talk to you while you're looking at jars? Okay.
Race, human. Gender, male. Wounds, extensive.
Shani, this isn't a lecture hall.
Whatever you say. He died yesterday, torn to pieces.
Could a human have inflicted these wounds?
Only with a 2-foot jaw.
What do you think?
It could have been ghouls.
So, he was torn to pieces after he died. I'm interested in the cause of death.
I also see some stab wounds. A blade 2 fingers wide.
Something's wrong. His head's in an unnatural position, his hands twisted.
The wounds can't explain that.
Some kind of fit?
No indication of other symptoms.
Poison, maybe. But then why would someone stab him?
We'll find out. Let's check his internal organs.
So maybe he was stabbed with a poison dagger, Geralt. That would explain both of those things.
He wasn't killed with a weapon. What next?
Check the liver.
Completely cirrhotic. A strong poison affected the nervous system. Practically unavailable.
For an alchemist?
A gifted alchemist could obtain it.
I need proof.
Alchemical poisons cause certain changes.
Okay. Could you elaborate?
Look, the tongue was crudely extracted, but not all the blackened tissue was removed.
Blackened?
Yes, the poison caused necrosis of the tongue, so the murderer removed it.
So we're certain a gifted alchemist is the murderer.
A gifted alchemist who's a crappy surgeon.
Kalkstein. He wanted to implicate the bandits, but he failed to foresee a professional autopsy. Thanks, Shani. That's the evidence I needed.
Well,
Good. I'm exhausted.
that's not how I expected this to go. So the question becomes, do I confront Kalkstein or do I approach... Okay. Need to pressure Kalkstein. Might even also get the last Sephira from him, though I find that doubtful. Let's see. Who's here? Wasn't there something I needed to talk to Zoltan about? Yeah. Well, I need to visit Vivaldi. I'm going to do that, see if Zoltan's in. She probably won't be again, but we'll see. I really should have checked to see if he was there at the bar when I stopped in for the ale, but oh well, hindsight.
What brings you here?
Your flippy beard.
I have a message for you from Yevon.
Yevon? I don't need to read it. I know what he wants. Witcher know that whether elf, human or dwarf, they all want the same thing.
Power.
My distant cousin, Rudolph, is a shepherd. His entire life, he has driven 300 sheep from one place to another. He's the master of their life and death. Somehow I don't envy him.
Brilliant response.
Return later, after I prepare my answer to Yevon.
Wonder how much later is. Let's see if it works like in a few other games I've played where I just have to walk out the door and back in again.
What brings you here?
Have you finished your answer to Yevon?
Yes, here it is. The elf will surely reward you.
Let's hope you're right.
So that's to go back to the swamps, which I will be doing later to complete the tower quest anyway, so I will put that off until then. So... time to talk to Kalkstein.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
No, you were sleeping.
I suspected you were working with Javed.
You think I lead Salamandra? I'll die laughing!
I'm certain. You don't fool me with your scholarly guise.
You're a fool, Geralt.
Well, gee, that was fruitful. Not how I would have pressured him. I was half expecting there to be assassins outside. Okay. Go talk to Raymond. It's shaking mildly. And let me guess, I go upstairs and it'll be shaking like mad. Yep. And as I approach... Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure this guy's like a doppelganger or something.
Yes?
I have the autopsy results.
And?
I'm certain it was Kalkstein.
How do you know?
The liver was cirrhotic. The stab wounds were just a clumsy attempt to hide the real reason.
So, poison after all. But how can you be sure it was Kalkstein?
Changes in the eyeballs, typical of alchemical poisons.
I see you did your homework.
I sure did.
Come back later. I need to analyze this information.
I wonder how much later. Okay, it didn't immediately re-highlight him, so I'm gonna guess that it will actually take a while. So... yeah, that sends me here. I'm gonna be snoopy. See if I can find this Sephira anywhere in the house. So it's not upstairs. Read it. Drop it. Oops. I'm forgetting. I have to do that. Goat's milk and... nope. Nope. Apparently he just has some fistic on the table. I find it amusing he'd say that just because I know Sherlock Holmes. And I have a feeling that Raymond here is supposed to be Holmesian in nature. He probably only takes a 7% solution of Fistech. Anyways. Why is the mysterious tower thing... You know what, I'm gonna Google again. Witcher mysterious tower, last Sephira. Once Vizima Confidential is finished. Okay. So I have to wait for that to be done before I can do the last bit there. In which case, I believe Zoltan is my next target. And from what I've read, he's only there like, at 11-ish. So, I go sit by the fire until 8 hours from now, I'd say. Judging by the time, yeah. And I've got new talents, so... Oh, hey, and a silver one there just to use. Let's see... A cleansing ritual. Wonder what that does. I think Erden... No. Ken was the next one I was going to start doing some upgrades on. There. As for the silver stuff... Or the silver talent, rather. I think... No. What is the cleansing ritual? Okay, there. There. Okay. Oh. Not particularly useful. Alright, in that case... Bombs could be handy. Ritual of Life boosts regen speed. Well, let's do bombs. Why not? I mean, I'm carrying around some ingredients for bombs. Do I have any cat? I think I've got a bit. Yeah, I've got one. Maybe make some more later. Don't know if I've got any of this bindweed. So let's make one. That's kind of interesting. And now I don't have what I need to make a white gull. Oh well. So I need to meditate until around there.
This place stinks.
Okay, so inward to the bar. See if we can find Zoltan there. Or in, rather. But the main reason I come into this place is for alcoholic reasons, so... No Zoltan. Maybe he's wandering the city? Or maybe I have to wait until I can go into a different quarter of the town. But it seems odd that that would be a quest type thing. Or an active quest to find him.
What's that?
I am very curious to speak to this black fellow, since he's got a proper name.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings. Who are you?
A shoe shine? Clean that muck off your boots for just 2 orens?
I'll pass.
Okay. So let's see, if I remember from that map I saw a week ago, generally wanders around this area. Let's check out Vivaldi's house again. Hey, there you are, Zoltan.
Yes?
What do you know about my silver sword?
What, me? A simple dwarf?
Shani insisted your knowledge of weapons is unequaled.
All right. Silver-plated blade. A steel core. Suited to a two-handed grip. Decent workmanship, not perfect. I don't know runes for shit.
Thanks.
No problem.
Well, that was all sorts of
Farewell.
helpful. Said that the blade was of average quality, and then the quest's ending said it was a prime Witcher's blade. Okay, so guess I'll go give Yevon the reply he seeks. So, back out into the swamp I go. Lots of walking back and forth.
Interesting.
I wonder, after Kalkstein has been arrested, as seems likely to happen, if I'll still have this teleport crystal to go to his basement from a place of power. I actually wonder what he'll say if I try and talk to him again after I've accused him like I did.
Transport.
Take me to the
Times. Ready to go.
How many?
Skip all that. Because I don't need to hear it for the umpteenth time. Everything's gone a bit crooked on me. There, that's better. I'm kind of wishing that I'd also worn my black suit coat. I'm not sure if that was a standard entrance. I think it was, but that felt like something tense was happening. Ah, yes, I've got to go back to the circle. The circle of elements. And remember to avert my gaze from the dryad, whose name I've forgotten. Except it starts with an M. I am somewhat tempted to drop off what runes I have in their obelisks. Alright. And there we go. Great. And now I need to take a potion to heal. don't think I've got much of these guys' ingredients. The Daverine. Don't know what that could be used for, but it's something vaguely new. Okay, back on my way. It can only be presumed that all the monsters of this world are simple things that don't really have any sort of intelligence to them. Otherwise, they'd recognize a Witcher and try and steer clear. Let's go this way. I haven't explored this way yet. Oh, the lumberjack's glade. This must be where that one guy, the ferryman, told me to find is. Especially with all these lumberjacks. Yaren Bolt. That's the fellow.
Who are you?
Geralt the Witcher, a friend.
And we'll see.
And you?
Yaren. I speak for the lumberjacks.
Can we talk?
Speak.
You speak for the trees?
Any jobs for a Witcher?
Despite the danger, the beasts leave us alone.
So nothing?
Perhaps. For someone willing to take a risk.
I'm listening.
Witcher.
But the Begatic plant should be blooming in the swamp.
I understand it's valuable.
The drug it makes is. Collect some blossoms and we could both earn a little.
I wade through mud, face danger, then we split the profit?
You don't know what Begatic looks like, nor where to sell it.
Okay. Let's play herbalist.
Great. Begatic blossoms look like red orchids. Clumps grow throughout the swamp.
Oh.
Sell them to the ferryman. Ask those living in the swamp if you can't find any.
I've seen
I'll
a few of
deliver
those
the flowers
about.
to the ferryman as soon as I find them.
And I think there was something else I needed to talk to you
Speak.
about. So I think it was a thing from when I spoke
Are you
to the
responsible
Dryad.
for the logging?
No, we scare off woodpeckers. Of course we're responsible. We're lumberjacks.
Work for yourselves or someone else?
We're independent, though we secure orders from merchants like Luvarden. We get weeks of work and a decent return.
Get along with the locals?
Nothing but a bunch of deviants. The brickmakers babble about their lords and the underwater world, and the druids don't like the trees being felled.
Godspeed.
I guess that's all I can talk to him about in that regard. So, I'll keep an eye out for these beggar ticks. Though I'm quite certain I saw some near the Circle of Elements. Oh, that's right, I'm down here. Okay. So on this way we go. Nothing of interest, though I wouldn't be surprised to be attacked on this route. Been attacked almost everywhere else in this swamp so far. Huh. Siegfried, what are you doing out in the swamp? Okay. That's what her name is, Morin. Not who I'm here to talk to. This way, I believe. Oh, come now, I have a guy to deliver a letter to. Map says he should be here. Excuse me, Elder, where can I find him?
What is
Yaren, I think his name was.
Aren't those wyverns?
Wyverns indeed.
How did you master them?
Tamed them through hard work. I guarantee they're not drugged or their wings clipped. See for yourself.
Any accidents?
Only the fool who tried to brush a wyvern's teeth.
I see.
Any other questions?
Farewell.
Since apparently you can't tell me where Bjorn is. I think that was his name. Yavin. Need to figure out where Yavin is. And all while avoiding Morin. I don't see him. I might have to Google for him. Witcher, Avon, location. Okay. Oh. Apparently I was supposed to talk to Siegfried when I passed by his camp. Good to know. Apparently I'm too single-minded for this game. Because I would have just gone straight to Yavin, then talked to Siegfried, but apparently it's gotta be the other way around.
Ow! Geralt? By the eternal fire, it's good to see you.
What happened?
An Echinops thorn pains me under my greave. I fear I cannot walk. We were seeking the golem burial ground. Some fool, may the eternal fire illuminate the darkness of his mind, was ranting on about mosquitoes and golems when the cursed plant shot me with its thorn. Ouch!
You should get someone to dress that wound.
No time for trivial matters. Elves and hawkers are dealing at the burial ground. My duty was to eliminate the hawkers and the Scoia'tael, chopping off all the Hydra's heads in one fell swoop.
Guess the Hydra got a reprieve.
It was a direct order from the Grand Master. Help me. I'll appoint you commander of my unit.
I'm a witcher, not a soldier.
I believe in you, Geralt. Nothing occurs without cause. The eternal fire has given you both honor and responsibility.
Don't get excited, Siegfried.
We truly
Witchers
need your
to be
assistance.
neutral.
Wait here. I'll look around.
So now I go to the Druid's Grove. Wait for her to walk away from the entrance. Then talk to the Elder Druid, I think. Maybe just any Druid will do.
What is it?
I can't find Yavin. What happened to him?
He left to join other elves in the swamp.
Where can I find him?
I wouldn't know.
Okay, and that's my hint. So now I gotta go to the golem's place that I started this whole episode in. And be like, oh hey, I'm only here to deliver a letter. Oh. Here we are, pylons. And he's not in this area, so he must be further along. Okay. More monsters. Such a weird way to walk. explode afterwards, and I don't have enough time to move when they do. Very annoying. Oh dear. And a fish. I'll take those. They could be useful for some stuff. Oh yeah, here's all the beggar tick I'll need.
Looks like this tower collapsed on its own. I guess the swamp's not the best place for buildings this big.
So glad I discovered that pressing the right button draws the swords. That made things so much faster. I wonder, is this fallen tower supposed to be a reference to the swamp castle of Monty Python's The Holy Grail? Was this the one that collapsed and then sank into the swamp? Oh, right. Invisible wall. Mage's Tower. So this is where the Mage's Tower is supposed to be, yeah. I do think that's mildly interesting how they stay up just long enough for that backward stab that is incredibly ridiculous. I mean, it leaves you so wide open. Yay, I managed to back away fast enough. That time I did not. Okay, map up. So taking this would lead me to this area. The Netza obelisk would probably be the last one that I put the Sephira in then. This is the path I need to take to talk to Yavin. Hey, there you are.
Screw co-op existence.
No one's objecting to my presence.
Ah, Witcher.
You've been busy. A training camp?
We must train to fight effectively.
Really think this band of warriors can accomplish something?
Can a few stones turn into an avalanche? Can an entire city burn down from just one spark? No need to answer. We both know the truth. Yes.
I have Vivaldi's response.
He sends words, not gold. I suspected as much.
So my effort was in vain?
Quite the contrary, Witcher. Vivaldi either will not or cannot help us. Crucial information regardless. Did he say why he refused?
Not really. He gave some platitude about his cousin, the shepherd.
No.
I don't know myself what to make of all this, as King Desmond said when caught cheating at cards.
All jests aside, as King Desmond said when his guests began turning blue and dying. That's all I have to say about Vivaldi.
Down to business. I have a job for you.
Got more work for me?
You proved apt at moving around the swamp, and performed a favor for us. There is something.
I'm listening.
I've heard that Knights of the Order of the Flaming Rose have entered the swamp. Those fanatics detest non-humans. They'll come for us sooner or later.
What's it to do with me?
I'd like you to lead the unit to the Golem burial ground, where Hab Karn awaits with a weapons shipment. If matters turn dire, I expect you to prevent the unit from dispersing.
I'm not sure I want to get involved. I need some time to consider.
I am a Witcher. I remain neutral. That is legitimately why I'm just saying, let me consider, and walking away. So in that case, let's sell these flowers to the merchant. Keep forgetting about all these invisible walls all over the place. I wonder. No, there's not a path. But, well, that could be a path. Let's try it. I suppose the Mage's Tower could qualify as a reason for there being all these invisible walls. Something about its construction and defenses just made certain places impossible to pass through. Oh. Well, there's the tower. I'm gonna have to fight those drowned dead, aren't I? Oh, come on. Apparently I was close enough. And apparently I can't cross the waters here. Curses. All that for nothing. Oh well. Wonder if there's anything of interest down here. No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, that is a whole lot of area you can't traverse on that mini-map there. Alright, taking the long way again. I mean, I could probably get more of the beggar blossoms or whatever they were called again to hand to the ferryman, but meh. I'll get this one delivery and then move on. Almost went the wrong way. It'd be nice if I could see the invisible walls on the big map, so I could plan out an appropriate route. I do find the prevalence of these invisible walls to be a little odd. I mean, I can see that there's swamp there. Why can't I walk through that? nobody else. On we go. Moving in a mostly straight line. Okay, how far am I? I am on the path. Wonder if I'll see Siegfried back in town after I head back myself. This should hopefully have been enough time to have given Raymond the chance to form his conclusions. Having turned down those 2 faction deciding quests.
Good, sir. What do
Yaron sends his greetings. I have the herbs.
Finally.
Here, 5 beggar tick blossoms, as agreed.
400 orans and give my best to Yaron.
I'll be sure to.
What do you want?
I'll find you later.
Let me guess, I have to go and settle accounts with Yaron. Back through the swamp. At least this will be faster than coming back from the Scoia'tael camp, presumably. And unlike how I would be in real life, I don't have to worry about walking through the swamp and getting all messed up and wet. I do not like water. Vodyanoi. Oh, this is their deep ones, isn't it? Reminds me of something. I think some depiction of Amigo, spelled M-I-G-O, is a Lovecraftian being. But it also kind of reminds me of the Darkspawn mother, like brood mothers from Dragon Age. Oop. Have I been detected? Well, one of them seems to have spotted me. And away I go. And that's why you open with fire. Stop running away and let me kill you. Thank you. Plenty dangerous to cross the swamp, but I'm a witcher, so I don't care.
Speak.
The ferryman paid me for the herbs.
About time.
Here's your share.
Real pleasure doing business, Witcher.
Likewise, Yaron.
Speak.
Godspeed.
I mean, our business was complete, and he still wanted me to speak. Okay, so next thing... Yeah, why not? Let's go talk to Shani. Let's see, it's probably closer to cross the... let's head to the shrine, see if that power spot is open so I can just teleport back. Been at least a day it's this way, not that way. Then I don't have to keep walking back and forth and taking the ferry. Save myself 5 orens. And the power is not returned. Of course. In that case, go back to tracking. Mildly annoying. How long do those things take to regenerate? That one I feel should have been a long while back. Unless it gets consumed in teleportation. That feels like that should not be the case. Oh well. I'm almost back anyway. Guess it wasn't that long a trek. Maybe it only felt longer because I was fighting stuff on the way to Yaren. You can kind of see why people thought I should skip the first game. I mean, the combat controls are kind of janky. The
Take me to
Timing.
The graphics are kind of eh.
I wouldn't have.
There's just a lot more running about than it feels there should be. I don't know, but I'm one of those people who has to play the whole thing.
Be alert.
Alright. Back to Vizima. It's decently afternoon. Shani might be home. I'll be stopped by that annoying old lady again. Shadows. Sorry. It is getting pretty late, but not that late. Kinda curious about something now that I'm thinking on it. About how long does this game take to complete? This, yeah, it's the, excuse me, leading into the hospital. I guess that means that's where Shani is. But, okay. There she is.
I'm so tired.
Oh my.
Hi,
I just
Geralt.
did a search for
Hi,
about how
Shani.
long Witcher
I
1
miss
is.
Oxenfurt sometimes.
You could always go back.
No, I'm needed here. Few have your immunity.
I wanted to talk.
Quickly, I need to get back to work.
But yeah, I just did a quick Google. How long is Witcher 1? About 40 to 45 hours. This is the 7th stream, so I'm about a third of the way through the game, I guess.
I need to talk to you.
Can it wait?
Well, I suppose.
Visit me at home. The hospital's no place for personal matters.
Where are you staying?
I have a room in the northeastern end of Vizima.
I actually know
Easy
this.
to
I
find.
visited you there.
Opposite the house, there's a small square with a sculpture of a snake.
Quickly, I need to get back to
That
work.
snake that's on your dress? Yeah, but
See
what
ya.
time do you get off? It'd be nice to know that, so I would know how long to wait for you to show up at home. I mean, just that slight dearth of information. Forget what time I'd, like, followed her home last stream.
You bring trouble.
I'm kind of leery of trying to talk to her after sunset, considering her state of undress. So I guess... Excuse me. We'll meditate till just before sunset. Okay, I think I get it. Because it needs a rubido, so it's glowing green, or glowing red. So. No, it says it needs rebus. Oh, I guess the red is the leftover. If I had anything with rebus that did not have anything else, it would be using that instead. I do. I mean, I doubt that that's going to upgrade the quality of the white honey, but... Oh yeah, that'd probably be good against those giant walking leech things, but I probably won't use it. Anyways... yeah, we'll meditate 2 hours. And then walk to Shani's place. Hope that she's there and not dressed for bed. Oh, she's still at the hospital. 1 more hour. I wish I could just wait in front of the house instead. It still says hospital. Because she lives there, which will be in the same direction. Let's start walking that way. I forgot that this is attached to locations rather than people, which is why it was so hard to find Zoltan last stream. Let's go around this way, and we'll talk to Raymond and see if he's actually a monster like I think he is. And still pointing to Shani's being at the hospital, but we'll see.
Oh.
We'll see if the old lady comes to greet me at the door, as always. More than likely. Yep. It legitimately sounds like a parrot when she says that line. And there she is, yep.
Yes?
Shani,
I wanted to talk.
what is it?
I've already talked to her
Sometimes
about
I dream
this.
about the Battle of...
I'm sorry.
But that's it.
It does.
Thanks.
Don't mention...
So, something else apparently I need to talk to her about according to the quest.
Yes?
You need any help?
I'd like to ask a favor.
I'm listening.
Remember Dandelion? Well, we're trying to organize a gathering.
A gathering?
To
I do not
reminisce, have a
remember
few
Dandelion.
drinks. However,
Lacking the drinks?
you guessed it, and I don't want to serve just anything.
What do you need?
Cherry vodka for Dandelion, rosé wine for me, and something for you.
I'll try.
Okay, so this is the quest then. So back to the Hairy Bear. Buy some alcohol from the waitress who works there 24 hours a day. And then I guess I'll find out who this Dandelion person is. Might have been someone from the novels, considering how and I mentioned this in the first stream, how I believe the games are supposed to be a sequel to the novels, and the author wasn't entirely pleased with that at first.
Bargain, that's rubbish.
And I've just got my thumb holding down the Alt button to see who all's around, even though I don't need to at the moment. I wish there was a way to turn it on all the time, instead of toggling it. Pretty sure I looked into that at some point. Okay, Miss Waitress. You are back that way.
Made up your mind?
Yes, I made up my mind quite a while back. Okay, so I need Cherry Spirit Cordial. I believe the Temerian Rye mine. And then Rosé or Shani. Oh wow, I actually remembered it. My memory's not usually that good. And I won't be surprised if by the time I get back to Shani's place, it'll be so late that she'll be dressed for bed. Now that the moon's risen, it is officially night. But we'll see. Hopefully it won't have come to that yet. I'm a bit leery about the Twitch rules on such things, plus it's...
Curses!
It feels awkward to me to be playing a game for the adventure and then suddenly stuff like that is present. But some people like that sort of thing, I guess. And America is a little more uptight about that sort of thing, and I guess I've absorbed some of that as well. But
Old
still.
age is no jest.
Oh good, you're still at your table.
Yes?
I brought some liquor.
Splendid. Bring a friend.
See you at the party.
It was very deadpan for having an exclamation point at the end. So I must invite one person. Whom should I invite? Somehow I doubt Zoltan is there, but let's pop in and find out. I'd rather invite Zoltan than anyone else I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe Monroe. Monroe's a nice guy. I went the wrong way. Alright. Vivaldi. Yep, no Zoltan.
What brings you here?
Goodbye.
Wonder who I can invite. I think, just to be on the certain side, I'm a Google. Okay, so okay. Get the Celandine, I gave her that. Did all that. Dandelion needs Geralt to go shopping, did that. The invited guest. Okay, so there's 3 people. Zoltan, as I thought. Siegfried, who is currently in the swamp, so far as I know. And Carmen, who is just some random person in the street from what I've seen. So, I'm guessing there's not a specific time frame. Feels weird that I can't find Zoltan when I want to find him. So, let's see if Zoltan's in the inn. Doubtful, but perhaps. Wrong way. So let's see. Nope, no Zoltan. I may have to wait by the fire and go meet him at Vivaldi's. Oh, wing shreds. When was it that he was actually there? Was during... Oh, come on. That fire was lit just before I came up to it. Oh. Not what I wanted to click. I was hoping I could click between time frames, and I didn't even right-click right there. That is bizarre. Okay, so it is currently 9:30 in this game, so 10:30 should be just about right to meet Zoltan at Vivaldi's, or nearby. At least I didn't set anyone on fire by accident and cause a fight in the streets again.
Oh, when will this rain stop?
So, Zoltan, or wait, was there somewhere? Did I meet Zoltan somewhere else? I might have also done that when I was hunting for him last time. Still, we'll go to Vivaldi's and see if he's there now. Yeah, there you are.
Yes?
Care to drop in on Shani's party?
At our place?
Yeah. See you there.
Bring alcohol.
Okay, so it doesn't just jump straight to it. Which means I'll probably have to wait for... I don't know. We'll go straight to Shani's and then see if she's there. Or if it just happens automatically when I go upstairs. That'd be nice. Instead of having to go meditate for 5 hours again.
What now?
Such debauchery under my roof. She hooks herself a musician or something.
It's the famous poet, Dandelion.
I know
Wait,
his
haven't I seen
fame.
that name
I've
on
no
Facebook?
desire to listen to a crying brat 9 months from now.
Shall I chaperone them?
Finally, you're making sense.
Okay then. So yeah, if I remember right, I have seen the name Dandelion
Hi,
on
Geralt.
Facebook.
Dandelion can't wait to see you.
Geralt? I'll be damned. For a second there, I thought I was seeing a ghost.
No, I'm no ghost.
Am I losing my mind? Is this a joke? Shani?
And it's no joke.
But how? I saw it myself.
What did you see, Dandelion?
I saw her tell them to put you on a boat. And there was a unicorn, and Milva, Kahir, and Angulem, and Yarpen, and Zoltan. We all witnessed it.
I lost my memory, but I want to know why everyone's so surprised to see me alive. Tell me everything, step by step.
5 years ago, we were sitting in a tavern with friends, eating escargot, drinking vodka.
Everyone's good.
A bloodthirsty
Super
mob
stiff
attacked the
movements.
non-human district. You went out into the street to scare them off, and then
2007 graphics, 2013
someone
graphics,
stabbed
something
you
like
in the
that.
stomach with a pitchfork. A fatal wound. There was nothing we could do.
Well, that's very anticlimactic for a big-name Witcher like Geralt. well, I suppose he's only big name because he's the main character. But,
Are you telling me everything?
We were all there.
All meaning who?
You really don't remember a thing. Your loved ones. Your friends.
Sounds a bit like a ballad.
I wonder if that's
It's
how the
the
Netflix
truth and
series is
nothing
going to
but.
end.
Geralt, forgive me. I still can't believe you're here.
Listen, Dandelion, I don't have proof because that's impossible. I don't remember. I'm afraid some things can't be explained.
I think it'd be hilarious
Let's sit
if they
down,
actually do have
a
it end
drink
that
like
way.
old friends. Time will tell who I am.
You're right. We've been through too much together. I'd know.
So do I just take a drink, or do I actually talk to someone and then the drinking happens?
You invite anyone?
Zoltan Chive. Know him?
No, but I'd love to meet him.
Splendid. Zoltan and I have always gotten along.
So...
I've been thinking, and I have a question.
Don't hold back, Dandelion. It doesn't suit you.
Let's imagine your next contract is a vampire. What would you do?
Silver sword. Potions. What are you driving at?
Ha! What if I said you'd reach a deal with this vampire?
Vampires are born from black magic, evil by nature. Negotiation usually ends with one of the parties losing a lot of blood, and it's rarely the vampire.
And what if the vampire doesn't care to drink blood?
They inherently drink blood, but I think you have something else in mind.
Let me show you what drinking blood means to a vampire.
Dandelion.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Ah, strong, but good.
You were
Things
about
get
to
fuzzier.
enlighten me.
I just
Yes,
did
they
that with
did.
that last shot. Listen to a man who's lived a little and not lost his memory. Higher vampires
It
treat
was just
blood
an
like we treat...
extended metaphor
someone's
for
coming.
alcohol.
Zoltan Chive, miss. It's been a while, Dandelion. Greetings, Geralt.
Greetings.
Hey, Zoltan!
I've a hankering for a good booze.
It's coming.
Pour around, Geralt.
And I hate this effect.
What is it?
Tell me about the Battle of Brent.
With 4 of us and thousands of wounded, I never left the tent.
I admire you, Shani.
It was one of the worst days of my life.
I hope you don't mind that I invited Zoltan.
I like him.
I'm glad.
Stiff stuff.
My eyes are watering.
Booze is best, I always say.
It depends. For a romantic dinner for 2, booze won't do. Not so much for the taste, but
Nice
because of
little
the
rhyme.
after effects.
But
My
if he's a
Eudora
bard,
and
then I guess that
have
makes a
often
lot of
downed
sense.
a jug and observed no effects.
I prefer wine, but don't mind liquor. In moderation.
Quality booze is also used in modern medical treatments, which Shani will confirm.
It's an excellent disinfectant, yes.
Not only, it warms the body, alleviates pain, and overcomes weakness.
Let's test it.
Cheers!
Oh boy. I mean, this all is very annoying for a teetotaler like me, especially.
So, as I was saying, unlike the lesser ones, higher vampires don't need blood, human or otherwise. Blood, my dear monster slayer, is like booze to
off-putting to
them.
look at.
Where'd you learn this?
By the spider's hairy balls, I know.
Am I the only one who's confused?
No, I don't get it either. Dandelion, what's your point?
Geralt, you had a true friend who was a vampire.
Did I also have a friend who was a dragon?
Actually, you did, so the joke's on you. In any case, this vampire's name was Regis. Zoltan can back me up.
He was your friend and could pull red-hot horseshoes from the hearth without burning his bare hands.
What happened to this Regis?
Emil Regis Rohalak Tertsif Godfroy died fighting by your side, Geralt. Let's drink to him and others who have fallen.
Let's drink.
Quite the name.
Caleb Stratton.
Rusty!
How long is this going to go
It's completely
on?
dark down there.
I'm probably going to wind up ending the stream with the end of this party.
You hungry?
A little.
We've bread, but we shouldn't eat plain bread.
Zoltan's right. We need some lard.
That mummy downstairs must have a full larder.
You're joking.
That mummy must have some lard. Maybe pickles, too.
Shani?
Just don't get caught, Geralt. I'll pay for them tomorrow.
Wait a second. Why me?
Dwarves are no masters of stealth. Shani wouldn't sneak about, and Dandelion, well, he'd mess up.
All right. I'll be right back.
Yes, and it's this super tipsy guy. I mean, honestly, I'd probably just go down and say, "Hey, could I get some of this from you, miss?" Especially with how blisteringly drunk we are. Excuse me. So let's see, where would her larder be? Probably one of these cupboards. Like a barrel. After all, pickling was usually done. Why are you going back around the table? Weird pathing. It's goose fat. Not lard. Doubt it'll be in the wardrobe. Yeah. There's a torch in the wardrobe instead. Cheese and dried fruit. Not showing up on my radar. Maybe she actually stepped out for once. Oop. Yep, she's not showing up anywhere. Maybe she's gone through that door? I think there's a door there. That's interesting. I just went upstairs from the side of the stairs.
Let's drink to our mistakes.
Drinking is
Any
a mistake.
success?
To me,
Lard
anyway.
and pickles.
How about sugar?
Zoltan.
Fine, lard will do.
I think I know the perfect song for Zoltan.
We'd love to hear it.
Sing away, Dandelion.
Did everyone sit down? Oh good, the effect stopped.
By the woods can you see Wolf in all his might, grinning madly, wagging gladly, bouncing with delight. My oh my, what a sight! Why no melancholy? Must be that, still not wed, that is why so jolly. Ow, ow, ow! In the grass, can you see? Wolf just limps along, looking down, awful frown, crying like a dog. Why is this mighty beast so badly rampaged? Must be that, freshly wed, or lately engaged. Ow!
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. Considering I'm someone who wants to be married someday.
Zoltan, how's the wife?
Hard question, Dandelion. The old times will never come back.
The good old times.
Shani's asleep. Let's have a drink.
She's standing
then
right to the left of
Tis
Geralt.
Shani.
But apparently that was the end of the party. So I'm going to stumble out and maybe make it to the fire at some point. Okay, so, apparently giving...
I'm off to the castle gate. Peddler there sells great bread.
Good food's hard to come by.
Says it usually ends up passed out on the ground just outside of Shani's house. But the journal said that I should give her some flowers to end the quest. But,
Why stay and rot here?
oh, that's interesting. It's the, apparently, when I did the first part of the quest and giving Shani some celandine, the, bit of the lesson that she gives is random. So I would have learned something from her, or I could have learned something from her that I did not know. But if I remember right, she actually taught me something I did know. So, huh. Let's see. Okay. Interesting. Ah, they have to be red roses as well then, okay. And I'll probably do that after everything. Am I going the right way? It's hard to tell with all this swaying. Vaguely. Yeah, I'll get to the fire, meditate my way out of this...
You're getting old, Granny.
out of this drunken stupor. And then end the stream with that. I've never understood why people like getting drunk. I've only actually encountered one truly drunk person in my life. And they could barely walk afterward. It just never made sense to me. Am I still going the right way? Vaguely. Oh. Well, that would have been handy to know. Apparently it'd be possible to loot the pickles and lard before the party. They wouldn't have had to go downstairs and do it while drunk.
What's that? I'm dying. I know it.
Oh, everyone's dying.
And what's that? I'm not playing that. I'm dying.
Alright,
I know
almost to the fire.
I'm
Come
not
on.
playing that. What's that?
Almost there. Stay on target. Why am I even doing this on stream? Very boring. You know what, I'll just end the stream while I'm doing this. So, thanks for watching. And that one fellow who was here for the last... well, basically here for the party. Thanks for sticking around for as long as you did before you left. And till the next stream, live well.